Alright guys, so I'm back with another video. Today would be I'm pretty sure it's the 11th of December, 11th or 12th of December. No, it's the 9th of December. I'm going over my ice fishing stuff because I'm going to be going out on a trip this coming Friday. And I will be videoing some of that. So, just checking everything, making sure everything's good. Haven't made a video in a while, so I thought I'd make one. So basically, a tip-up, how it works is, there's many different types of tip-ups. I use these ones, and I'll use other ones that you guys will see in the video. But basically, this one, you put the flag under this right here, and then when the fish pulls the line, it sets it off, and it basically takes all the line out freely. So basically what you're going to want to do is make sure your line knots are good. I'm using 25 pound or 20 or 25 pound fluoro leader for this is basically pike and bass. So I'm fishing a place where there's a lot of pike, so this is light for pike too, so it's. And I got probably another size 1 or size 0 red treble hook on here. And that line is good, so. And then what I do is I just put my hook right through in the line, and then you want to have it up like this, and then you're going to want to take this, and you put it right over through, and then take your flag, and then you fold it underneath. Or you can put it in the little slot that they give you, too. So, try to find one of the other ones. These are the other ones that I use. This is the other type of tip up. It opens up. If I can get it open. Opens up like that, and then tighten the screw up, or the nut. And then trying to get it open, guys, but I don't know how well it's going to work. But yeah, the flag, you pull it up through like this, and it sticks up like that. You got to have this one. There it goes. These open. So that's why you want to check it to make sure it's good like that. Because if you get it out there on the lake and it don't open, and then you're pretty much screwed. So your flag is I'm gonna take off some line first. You want to have your spool pretty loose too, so they don't strip the bait off it. You're gonna want to have your reel's got a little notch on it like this, or a little flange. You're gonna want to have that sitting tight against the spool, that little thing right there, and that's your trigger for your flag. And you're gonna want to. And then this one, when the fish pulls it, it goes completely straight up like that. And then I run probably normally about anywhere from 30 to 50 pound Dacron ice fishing line. And then this has got 20 pound fluoro on it with a little split shot about a foot above the hook. It's basically my normal setup for everywhere I fish. I used to run steel leaders, but the fish I wasn't getting as many bites on them as I used to, so everyone was my dad's buddy does not use steel leaders that much, so barely ever use them. Thought I'd try it without using them, and it's worked out so far, so. And then it folds down in, you put your flag down, you hook it right in through into the spool, or you can use a rubber band and tie it up around your wood shafts. All the rest of them are going to do pretty quick. This one's got a little bit lighter line on it. It's only got 12-pound mono and fluoro carbon, and this one is not wanting to open. There it goes. I haven't used these since last year, so they're going to be a little stiff. Oh. Good thing to have pliers with you. There it goes. Loosened up pretty good right there. You want to tighten it, not too tight. And this one, a little bit different than the other ones. This one you got a little snap ring around it. This one's pretty free spooled, spinning too. So you want it to go. If it needs to take, if it needs to go take line, this one I set up for walleye when I was still getting into the fishing for them. I haven't fished for walleye in a couple of years, so this one, it's basically, they sit down in the hole that you drill with your ice auger, and this one, when it takes line out, this one, it takes the line out and it just barely has to touch it and it goes off. So you're going to want to make sure your line's wrapped tightly around the spool. This one has a split shot about 16 inches above the hook, and I'm running the same size treble hook on it. I've got one with a steel eater on it, and that one I will get to next, and I'll show you what that looks like if I can find it. So, give me a second on it, and I will hopefully find it. In Vermont, you're allowed to run 8 tip-ups, except for on Lake Champlain, you're allowed to run more. That one's got some, I might stop using that one until I get the line fixed on it. So this is the one with the steel leaders. Steel leaders are basically a leader that's made out of coated steel. Things are freaking hard to open. You want to make sure you do this before you go out, because like I say, you get out there on the lake, you're kind of screwed. I got the spool set a little too loose on this one, so I'm going to tighten it. That's fine. This one's basically like the green one I showed you, except this one's got the trigger mechanism that it's different. So you've got to make sure it goes off. So yeah, that one's good. When you're doing this, make sure you don't get any hooks in you, like I just did. Steel leader is basically this. this is a steel leader. Sorry if the video quality isn't that good. The camera on my phone isn't that good, so. And this just got a regular hook on it that's got a steel leader, so. For my perch setup is, I'll show you that, tip up now. It's basically a small sized hook. So that sized hook. So that's probably size 10, 6 or 8 maybe. And then it's got about, I don't know, probably about 18 inches of 12-pound mono, and then it's got a little steel leader thing right there, and then it's connected to the main line. And this is what I use for perch. So, gotta be careful with these because sometimes they come back and hit you in the face. So this one isn't wrapped correctly. Gotta unwrap it a little bit, and you gotta wrap it back around. So it was going the right way, okay. And then, this is, I don't know how thick that is, but that's not that thick. Ice fishing line, and then I run this one probably, depends on how weedy it is, right, mostly right above the weeds, or about a foot or two under the ice. About right at where the steel leader begins, where I usually start it. The steel part of the leader starts. So usually right about there is where I'll run it. I'll use a small shiner on it. And it works, it really does. I use this for trout all the time, and it works. Trout are very leader shy and hook shy, so you gotta use I usually use 6-pound leader monofilament leader line, and they can't ever tell you that you even got a hook there. Then I use probably size, I don't know what size treble hook. I know I use treble hooks though. It's another perch one. I don't know if there's any of them there, so might set it up, might not set it up. I don't want to catch a pike on this because I don't feel like having to redo it. I've got another one that covers the hole completely. I'm going to be using a spud bar. A spud bar is a bar that you use to check the ice for safety and or making holes in the ice for fishing. So this one I just got a regular snap swivel with a split shot above it, and then same size hook. And this one I usually run about same thing, probably about 2.5 feet under the ice. You always gotta check it. And yep, it's good. You always want to make sure your knots are good. Place where I'm going on Friday is very weedy, sometimes shallow. I fished it during the summer. Never ice fished it, so I gotta figure it out. I know there's bass and pike in there and bluegill, so I will be jigging for bluegill and stuff like that. This is one of my other tip-ups. This has got a size like 2 treble hook on it. This is also set up for pike. Oh man. This is an older one. I like using this one though. And then this one's basically the same thing as the other ones, except for it's not first tip up, it's set up for pike. That's basically what the treble hook looks like on it. It's a smaller one than I usually use, but gets the job done. This one folds up real nice and easy. I already did this stuff going over the jigging stuff, so the video, so look at that. This was my very first tip up. Still got it, still works. This one used to have a steel leader on it, but doesn't now, so. Basically this one's the same as that black, the first one I did. You basically just set the thing like that on the hard one, and then it pulls the line, and there it goes. So, I'm gonna make sure all the knots and stuff are correct, because there are some nice pike in that lake, or in this pond I'm gonna be fishing. Probably got, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 4 inches on it. It's kind of safe. I wouldn't go out on it, say at night. During the day, definitely. It's early ice here still in Vermont, so it's kind of the only reason I'm going out, because I like fishing early ice and I want to get ahead of everybody. I never started fishing until late last year, so. I want to get out early. I'm not going to say where it is, because I don't know if the ice, oh, this one's got a steel leader on it too, I guess. I had 2, I lied. This has got a big old treble hook on it. Now steel leader on it. And then good. Just set it up, make sure it's still good. I like to fish it at the heavy setting, but I'll use it at light setting on Friday. But it still goes pretty easy, so. And I got one left, and that one's got a trout treble hook on it, but I use it for bass a lot. The only reason I use it is because it's got 12-pound mono on it, and I don't want to use that for trout because it won't really work that good. I got like 5 more I didn't go over yet that I have. One of them was the one that covers the hole completely, so it doesn't get stuff in there or slush, ice and stuff. But that's one of those things. Make sure you got a pair of pliers with you too. So, it's another good tip, in case the fish swallows the hook. That one's good. This one, like I said, it's got the trout treble hook on it. It's pretty small. This one was set up for walleye. It's got 12-pound mono on it. The barrel swivel going to the main line. Take the flag out here. I do have a one-person portable fishing jandy, so I will be using that to jig with. Although it is supposed to be 40 degrees, so this one is pretty tight, so I think I might loosen it a little bit. Sorry, this is a pretty boring video, guys, but it's got to get done for ice fishing, so. This I'll usually run a medium shiner on. I like to use big bait. It's expensive around here though, like a dozen of jumbos is like 16 bucks. 12, 16, 12, anywhere from 12 to 16, depends on when it is, if it's during the tournament or something like that. So you always gotta know how much your bait is and stuff like that. Need my first outing of the year. Haven't walked on any ice this year, on any lakes. Ow. Just got myself with a hook. I use a 6-gallon bucket and put all my stuff in there, tip-ups in there. I will carry my jig pole separately. I don't want to get it tangled, stuff like that. Skimmer, you gotta have one of those. Clean out your hole. This is a skimmer. It's basically a oversized pasta strainer that's got a huge handle on it, and it's got a chisel edge on it for busting ice in your hole. It also measures how much ice there is, so I'm really only expecting 3 inches, but that's 3 inches of ice. 4 inches is that much. So I was hearing 4 to 5, so, but you never know. You gotta walk on it to see yourself. Preferably, you gotta have ice picks with you too. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this one. This one's a mess. Got all sorts of knots and stuff in the line. Probably won't use this one, but I'll bring it as a backup. Here's basically what everything looks like. Yes, I am in my basement. It floods badly. So, that's going to be where I'm putting everything in my sled so it doesn't spill. Like bait and stuff like that. Put my skimmer in here so I don't forget that. Gotta have that. It sucks when you have to do it with your hands. About 40 degrees, it should be fine. There's my dad's trout tip-ups. I'll show you those. Basically the same thing as pike, but a lot smaller stuff, so. And that's probably got 6-pound mono, 5 liter on it. So yeah, that's the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.